Phil Laak is looking down at pocket sevens.
I think he plays pretty well.
You really mean that? I almost want to bet you 10K you can't pass a lie detector test. Saying that you believe he plays really well.
Antonio's my PR guy for me getting paid off in these games and stuff, you know? I slip him a little.
I haven't had a 3 of a kind in 130 hands. You just come right in and...
Hockey sticks for Laak.
No problem.
Min raises.
I mean, that's your image. You don't even, like the guy crying calls with 3 kings, you know? Whee!
Cassavetes
Crying
calls.
call with 3 kings, yeah. There's no raise there, sir.
Yeah, just check, call.
Pre-flop begins with a fascinating mix of professional cunning and Hollywood ambition. Laak kicks things off from early position. His hand is squarely in the implied odds category and opens the pot to 800. Nick Cassavetes, the famous film director and a capable amateur, spots an opportunity to set mine with pocket fours. He makes the disciplined flat call, hoping to flop a miracle. The action then moves to Barry Greenstein in the blinds. Barry has cultivated an image of a tight, solid player for decades. He decides to weaponize this reputation and decides to put in a squeeze play. He raises to 3,500, hoping to leverage his image to force folds from the medium pairs of Laak and Cassavetes. However, the price is too tempting and the stacks are too deep. Both Laak and Cassavetes make the call.
Barry, it looks like a phenomena. That's all you have?
Sorry.
Short stack Barry doing it to the people. You know, it's what, every time I see you on TV,
You gonna let him call you short stack Barry?
he's got like 28,000. He's doing the short stack torture on everyone. And you have like a little fortune, 100, 200.
A little over 100.
The board is terrifying. The action checks to the pre-flop raiser. Greenstein, maintaining his aggression, bets 5,000. He is semi-bluffing, trying to represent an overpair like kings or aces. Laak check raises to 7,200. It is a massive power move that screams strength.
I full.
Barry convinces himself that Laak is making a move with a draw.
Moves all in for 34,000.
Come on, Barry, one time.
And Laak insta-calls.
Head shape. Well, I sure would have liked that.
Hey, how about this, Barry? We do it 3 times, but only the
One
first
time,
and last
Barry,
times count.
One time. Punish the Unabomber.
Okay, how about this, Barry? We run it 2 times, but only the second time counts. Because the first one I don't feel good about. Come on.
Oh, I
2
like
times.
that. The second
2
one
times,
counts.
the second one counts. Come on, you know as a math guy, it's the same thing. 1 time, just the first one, that's the one that has to
What'd you
count.
fold?
8 of hearts.
The first one's gonna be a loss. I can feel the
How do you just come in and make hands like this? Is why he wins. I'm sitting here for
you're
10 hours.
telling me this guy's not good?
And then I get involved
3
with a guy
kings,
who
top set. I mean, it's unreal. It's just
Yeah,
unreal.
except now I'm against an opponent who runs it once.
And then he raises 75,000. There you go.
Let's put an 8 of hearts out there.
8 of hearts.
4 spades.
Oh, boy.
Cassavetes would have made a set.
Set over set. That's so
8 of
sick.
hearts.
To the river, 5 of spades, and Barry has gone broke.
Wow. Wow.
Now you and I would have had action with the 5
Oh,
on the river.
we would have gotten the
You would've got all?
Yeah, we would have the whole thing. All you have to do is not
No,
raise
you
like
bet
a
he
monkey.
calls. Bet call.
Well, I said, I just,
the luck.
what am I supposed to do?
LOL Cashmans.
Bill Perkins is looking down at Queen 8 offsuit.
You can't let him hit the 2-outers.
I don't think you know how to beat this game.
If he had 2 9s and he just shoved there, and he just put in like 80,000, you think that's good poker because he won?
No,
Is that good poker because he won? Or
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he
What are you
made the
saying
move
exactly?
on the right moment and in the right spot. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Because,
so
he
he's
knew
playing
he was
really good
getting
poker.
scared.
So he's like a great player now, huh? What are you saying? I
You
want
don't
to hear you say
understand
it.
what I'm saying. You don't
Well, tell
understand
me,
what I'm
tell
saying.
me. He's a great player, right? This guy.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Pre-flop sets the stage for a classic collision between a fearless professional and a wealthy amateur who refuses to back down.
It was great poker. I folded. He got me off a pair.
Dario Minieri, the aggressive Italian pro known for his hyper-loose style, opens the pot to 1,100 with ace-queen suited. It is a standard open, but the action gets interesting immediately. The flop falls a texture that spells disaster for the amateur. Both Minieri and Perkins flop top pair, but the difference in kickers is catastrophic.
He's up like 100 again or something. the young Shalom monk.
It's awesome.
Minieri starts with a continuation bet of 2,100. Elke, holding 2 overcards and a gut shot straight draw, makes a sticky call, refusing to give up just yet. Then, Perkins decides to take control. Misreading the strength of his hand and likely putting the pros on draws or weaker pairs, he raises to 10,000. This is a massive overplay. By raising top pair with a weak kicker in a multi-way pot, Perkins effectively isolates himself against hands that crush him. He folds out the worse hands and keeps in the better ones. Minieri, realizing he has the amateur dominated, makes the disciplined call. He doesn't need to re-raise yet. He wants to keep Perkins on the hook. Elke, realizing he is sandwiched between a raiser and a caller, wisely gets out of the way. Minieri checks the turn. A brilliant tactical move. He feigns weakness and invites Perkins to fire again. And Perkins does take the bait. He bets 15,000, fully convinced that his queen is the best hand. He is value owning himself betting for value when he is actually behind.
56.1 more.
Minieri moves all in for 70,600.
Minieri springs the trap. He shoves all in for a total of 70,600. This is the moment of truth. Perkins has bloated the pot with a marginal hand and is now facing a shove that represents extreme strength.
You must have me beat. I'm just gonna look at my pocket for a second. This doesn't go on the table. Let's see what I got left.
Tell me what you have and look at my face.
I bet you don't.
Come on, I can't get an edge on that because I'm already made my bet. I did already my bet.
Are you gonna show your hand?
I can't answer this now.
Amanda.
I can't answer this now.
Can she make you show your hand?
I don't want him to show his hand.
Oh, come on, guys. Amanda, you got that one right. That was a good answer, because the hand's not really over.
Just for agony's sake, I think your hand's worth $56,000. I want to see your hand.
He calls.
Ace queen.
You got it.
What do you have?
Queen 8.
How many times you want to run?
3.
Okay.
River number 1, 5.
5.
You didn't have any ace. I gotta give you good news.
River number 2, tray of spades.
Oh, good talking, Dario.
Shot for an 8. For my friend, 1 time for Texas, an 8 for Texas.
This game's sick.
Texas, you
River number 3 goes to Dario.
Take it.
Ship full cargo to the Italian.
They ship 80,000 with 1 pair at this table.
All right, let's rebuy.
Vanessa Selbst is looking down at Jack 7 suited.
Vanessa may be steaming a bit after that last hand. Looks like she's getting right back on the horse.
Pre-flop begins with a sequence that has become legendary in the poker world, not for its brilliance, but as a cautionary tale of what happens when leveling wars go completely off the rails.
He parlayed 50 bucks into 50,000 one weekend.
And then that 50,000 is now what?
I don't know, 40 million or something.
7.2 million or something?
But I was like,
What's it like to have 7.2 million?
I would not know.
It's gotta be more than 7.2.
Right, it's more than 7.2. Two of the greatest poker minds.
I know, I like watching this stuff and not being in the hand.
Spirit and Vanessa battles.
Friedman, a veteran of the high-stakes online streets, looks down at pocket aces. He puts in a standard 3-bet to 4,000, looking to build a pot with the nuts. At this point, most players with Jack 7 would simply fold and move on to the next hand. But Vanessa decides to fight. She believes Friedman is attacking her opening range light, so she puts in a cold 4-bet to 13,200. She is turning her hand into a bluff, trying to re-steal the initiative. Friedman, holding the aces, must be delighted. He doesn't slow play. He 5-bets to 35,000. This should be the end of the line.
30, 35.
Vanessa convinces herself that Friedman knows she is aggressive and is therefore 5-betting light to exploit her. She decides to represent the only hand that beats a bluff. Pocket aces. In a move that shocked the table, she 6-bets to 106,200. She has effectively turned Jack 7 into a massive bluff for her entire stack, trying to force a fold from a range that simply cannot fold.
All right, I'm all in.
Perlotta's all in.
It is a mistake. I call.
Vanessa calls.
Aces for Perlotta.
No.
He's got aces.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bet she's
How
got
many do you
aces.
want to run it?
He has aces.
It's like 100%.
Of course. She has ace, king, or kings.
Nope, I have nothing. Twice?
Whatever you want.
Let's do 3 times.
Sure.
That's it.
She has live cards. Oh boy.
How much do you have?
He's got you covered, I think.
60.
Even worse, some of Vanessa's outs have been folded, so she's a bigger dog than she thinks.
King 4-5.
That's not good.
6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds.
Don't waste it. God.
To the turn, 9 of hearts.
All right. Put a deuce of clubs. Oh, ace of clubs is good. I'm such a. Why do I do this to myself? Every time. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. I'm just, you know.
Pretty sure he was laughing.
8 king 5 2 diamonds flush draw for Vanessa.
It's already a diamond over there.
There it is. That's the spirit. Show the other diamonds.
Yeah, 6 of diamonds would definitely be more useful here than it was in the last one.
Turn 5 of hearts.
Wow, Pralad is strong. How did he dodge it there?
No diamond, 3 of clubs.
What a brick.
Brick ball.
Super brick.
Bricktastic.
So Pralad is 2/3 of the way to scooping the biggest pot ever won on the big game.
What an absolute gift from Vanessa.
4 6 king, 3 more bricks. This is getting hard to watch.
Not even a sweat.
Deuce of spades.
Nice hand.
Wow, Pralad did it. That's sick.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down on 5-4 suited. Pre-flopman. This is a classic clash between perceived strength and disguised equity. Johanna 3 bets big with ace-queen, exactly the kind of hand that wants to isolate the opener and play a bloated pot from position.
Okay, I bet.
Negreanu flats on the button with 5-4 of hearts, fully aware that he is dominated high card-wise but armed with a hand that smashes low, connected boards. Once George gets out of the way, Johanna thinks she has created a clean heads-up spot against a capped calling range.
I pay.
When in reality, she has invited one of the worst possible suited connectors to the party. The flop comes a disaster for Johanna's range. Her overcards and backdoor possibilities shrink in value while Negreanu quietly connects as hard as it gets, a made straight with a live flush draw. When she continuation bets 100,000, it is completely standard. This is the board she is supposed to attack after 3-betting pre. Negreanu just check calls, and that passive line is lethal. From her side, it looks like exactly what she wants to see. The turn brings the ace, finally giving Johanna top pair on top of her draw and seemingly flipping the script. She barrels 200,000, and now Negreanu springs the trap, check raising to 500,000. That raise is polar, strong value, or big bluffs, and against most players, ace-queen with a strong draw feels too good to fold.
500. 3 more.
Negreanu's line almost never contains bluffs here. He has been slow playing on an ultra-wet flop, and the ace is a perfect card for him to attack.
I'm all in.
I call.
An all-in and a call.
I have it. She has a flush draw too?
4 5 of hearts for
8 of hearts for her. Sick hand, huh?
That doesn't help her.
That was very unlucky.
Wow, what a hand.
Yeah.
Tony G is looking down on ace-jack offsuit. Pre-flop. This is one of those spots where the seeds of disaster get planted before anyone sees a board. Tony G opens the pot with ace-jack offsuit, exactly the kind of hand he is happy to lean on the table with. He is there to apply pressure, not to wait around for premiums. Seiver calls with king deuce of hearts, a loose but very on-brand suited peel against Tony's wide opening range. He is looking to tangle, take flops, and make Tony play post-flop. With these two,
too easy.
This is still completely standard deep stack poker, but you can already feel the hand turning into a little ego test between two players who love putting each other in tough spots. The texture instantly turns the hand into a clash of extremes. Tony has the nut flush draw with ace-jack, plus a gut shot to the 10 and 2 overcards to Seiver's weaker 1-pair holdings. Seiver, meanwhile, has quietly flopped top and bottom 2-pair on a monotone board with no club in his hand. It is a dream and a nightmare at the same time, massively ahead of all the bear club draws and random kings, but stone dead if anyone already has a made flush.
I'm all in.
Scott's all in. Tony calls.
Run it once again, or? Yeah. Okay.
He has 2 pair. He has the straight. The straight for sure. Tony, you have a straight.
No.
You have a straight.
This is, again, a too many outs syndrome. I wish he just had ace-jack no club, but then I'd be in trouble. Ace-jack with a club, though? Too many outs.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Jack on the turn.
Okay, now it could be an ace, jack, 10.
Like I said, this is way too many outs syndrome. Way too many outs.
The river. A brick.
Unreal.
Well done.
You never win any hand.
No.
Crazy.
That's it. Sorry, Tony.
Negreanu is looking down on Jack 10 suited. Lichtenberger opens the hijack and both stacks behind are deep, so the pre-flop incentives matter. With aces, raising to 45k keeps in dominated broadways and pairs while leaving room to play streets post-flop instead of taking a huge 4-bet pot this close to the business end of a major event. Negreanu flats the cutoff with Jack 10 suited. Against a competent hijack opener and a sticky big blind, that hand prints by realizing equity rather than trying to 3-bet. If he 3-bets, he invites a 4-bet from value, folds out the weaker stuff he dominates, and risks playing a bloated pot with a hand that prefers multi-way, position, and disguised equity. D bleeds into 2 players. With top pair and a backdoor club, he denies overcards a free look and sets the price on a texture that can change quickly. Lichtenberger just calls with aces. That's deliberate, raising polarizes him on a wet board and risks pushing out Negreanu's dominated continues. With the ace of clubs, he blocks the nut flush, so he doesn't fear as many bad turns and can keep ranges wide. Negreanu's call with Jack 10 is standard. He has the clean open-ender to the nuts, excellent position, and 2 opponents who will pay him off if he hits. Turning this into a raise would fold out worse and isolate against the top of range. The 7 of clubs hits, and Negreanu picks up the straight at the same time the front door flush completes. Lichtenberger checks as well, which keeps his range disguised and preserves the option to spring a check raise. With aces that include the ace of clubs, he can induce a bet, choose between calling and jamming, and if he is behind, he carries 9 outs to the nuts. Negreanu fires 295k to tax everything at once. The bet extracts from 2 pairs and sets that fear a 4th club, charges single club over pairs that refuse to fold, and denies a cheap river to ace of clubs holdings that would love a free card. The sizing is intentional because it sets up a straightforward stack off versus a check raise, and avoids giving a volatile river the chance to undo his equity lead.
Feeling comfortable right now. See, you can tell by my energy. Relaxed. What does that usually mean? Huh? What? Dang! As soon as I start yapping, he goes in. Oh, man.
Imagine that you are so good with the mind games that you can induce an all-in shove with just some yapping.
It's tough decision. I'm gonna need a minute.
While we wait for Negreanu to make his decision, please give this video a like. Thank you.
Because you check the turn. I guess you do that with the ace-high flush, right? Well, you have to have it. I don't think I can fold, though. Nice hand, bro.
This part here was inaudible, but you can clearly see that he is saying deuce of hearts a few times.
Called the deuce of hearts. Were you hearing me saying deuce of hearts?
Maria Ho is looking down on King 9 suited. She limps the button, which already tells you her plan to keep ranges wide and let him put himself in a bad position post-flop. Ike makes it 230k from the blind. That's classic heads-up logic. Punish the limp, isolate, take control with position post-flop. The problem is, Maria's hand actually plays great versus that sizing, and her call means Ike is now in the blender with a weak, dominated hand in a bloated pot. This flop is basically nightmare equity mapping for Ike. He flops trips if he's Maria, but he's not Maria, she is. He just pairs his 6. With that texture, from Ike's perspective, he's going to get called by worse a lot if he bets, and he's also repping strong, so he continuation bets 175k. That C-bet with middle pair is him kind of value protecting and denying equity versus overcards. Maria just calls. She doesn't raise, and that flat is so evil. If she raises the flop, Ike can sometimes hero fold hands and avoid lighting the rest of the clip on fire. By just calling, she keeps in literally everything he can keep barreling with. He shuts down. He checks. That check is him saying, okay, maybe I don't need to blast with just a 6 here. Let's control. Maria bets 310k into that check. That sizing is nasty because it forces Ike to start making real decisions with a bluff catcher, and it continues the story that she could just be stabbing after he gave up on the king. From Ike's point of view, her line still looks super wide. She can absolutely be floating with air and now trying to win it. So Ike calls. The river pairs the 6. That is the cruel part. Ike goes from, I have 2 pair, I'm bluff catching, to wait, I've got a full house now, 6 is full of 9s. I actually beat random bluffs and counterfeited 9s that didn't improve. His hand upgrades in his mind. He checks, planning to catch, and Maria just rips it in.
And she shoves on Ike!
I want to make a really big fold here. I think you have it.
5 seconds.
Yeah, okay, time to look either real smart or real dumb. Ugh, that was gross.